Hey everyone! I drove to Washington, D.C. tonight and I'm almost home. It's almost 2 in the morning and Frugal Daddy and the Frugal babies are home, asleep long ago. And I've never gone dumpster diving in the middle of the night before, so I thought I better give it a try since I'm going to be passing by some of my favorite dumpsters. Alright, where am I and what am I doing? So I think I'll check the Panera dumpster and the Aldi dumpster and then probably just head home because I am getting a little tired. One good thing is it's not raining. It's supposed to start raining in about an hour and I drove through a lot of rain coming home, but it's not raining here right now, so that's good. So anyway, we'll see what we find. 206, pulling into the Panera parking lot dumpster area. Just give it a quick check. Alrighty. This is the Panera dumpster. And that's paper trash. Oh wait, there's bread. I see bread. That's paper trash too. That's bread. Now, do I have the grabber with me? No, I don't, because Frugal Daddy unloaded the car before I left for DC. So, it's close though, and I'm not going to leave without it. I'm going to have to hoist my body up onto the side of the dumpster. Hold on. Oh, okay. All right, I got it. Oh, don't rip, don't rip, don't rip, don't rip, please don't rip. There we go, there we go, there we go. There we go. Bag of bread, 2 in the morning. Oh yes. I'm stuck on the side of the dumpster now. Hold on. Boom. Okay. There we go. Into the back seat. That is a very big bag of bread. Oh my gosh. There's more. That's a lot more bread. Should I get it? I should get it, shouldn't I? Okay. Really trash mode. Okay. I'm going to put my foot on here. Oh yes, in flip-flops, I know. Okay, second bag of bread made it into the car. So that's 2 really big bags of bread. Now, we'll go take a peek at the Aldi dumpster. Before I leave the Panera area, I just want to check these other dumpsters because I know... Oh, that's all cardboard. Look, that's a Fancy Feast box. What I was saying is, I know one time we pulled some dog food out of one of these dumpsters, so maybe it was this one? This looks like pet store dumpster. I'm not seeing a whole bunch of bags of dog food, which is what I was hoping for. Got my little bag of puppy food. That'll have to do. Well, at least now I know which was the pet store dumpster for next time. And now we will go onward to Aldi. It's so peaceful and quiet when you dumpster dive at 2 in the morning. Very peaceful out here. And only ever so slightly creepy and scary. Just a little bit. I want to do a quick shout out to Sydney, a lovely and brilliant young lady I met in DC tonight. Thumbs up to Sydney. Well, it really has been a lovely evening for dumpster diving. I mean, it's 67 degrees. It's just the perfect dumpster diving in the middle of the night weather. So, I really don't even feel that tired right now. But it's almost 3 in the morning, so I kind of feel that I probably should go home and go to bed. Okay, just one more. Passing Save-A-Lots on my way home. I had to check. Oh my god, and it's over freaking flowing. I'm just gonna grab stuff and throw it into the back of the car. Like, look at all this. Hot spicy pork rinds. Those strawberries. These strawberries look great. Not as great as my homegrown strawberries, but they look great. And it looks like there's a bunch of greens in there, like kale maybe. I'm grabbing you. Oh god, look, biscuit dough, potatoes. Look at that. What else? What else? More strawberries. Oh my God, there's so many strawberries down there. Holy cow. Got some little grape tomatoes. I'm gonna try to grab that whole box, but I'm gonna have to put the phone down, so hold on. Okay, I got that. I banged my thumb, but I got the box. All the biscuits, potatoes. I don't know. Oh, is that a pineapple? Looks like a pineapple down there. There's boxes of saltines. I wouldn't mind saltines if I can get up there. There's so many boxes of saltines way in the back, except they're unsalted saltines. That doesn't even make sense. A ton of biscuit dough. Milk. There's a lot of milk. What else is back there? I don't know. I can't reach it. I think that's pretty much all I can get. Okay, I think that's gonna have to do for now. Good morning! It is a beautiful day, and now we can take a look at what we found last night. No, I haven't gotten enough sleep. No, I have not. Okay, I've got my 2 big bags of Panera bread out of the dumpster. I have a big black garbage bag spread on my kitchen floor so I can take the bread out and kind of organize it and see what we have and then figure out what we want for breakfast. It's a lot of bread. A lot of this is going to have to be frozen, and I'm going to have to give a lot of bread away. Bread doesn't last forever. We need to find some people who need some bread. But I get the feeling this is every night at Panera. Despite what everybody says about Panera donating. Here we have a nice big loaf of country bread. It's sliced. So true to the theory of if they slice the bread, they can't donate it. And if they have it sliced for making sandwiches, they can't donate it, so they threw it out. Here's one of those little bread bowl things that you put soup in. You lift the lid up. I mean, I know you're thinking, oh, that wasn't even wrapped in plastic. Like someone just took their hand and put that in the garbage bag. You know, at restaurants, everybody's touching your food with their hands, right? You do know that. Like I've said before, I have never gotten sick from dumpster food. I don't know anybody who's gotten sick from dumpster food, but I think we all have stories of having gotten food poisoning from eating at restaurants. Here we have a nice sliced loaf of a whole grainy type looking bread with little oats on top. Is she gonna show us each and every loaf of bread? Maybe I will. Here we have, I could just take it out and show you. You don't mind if I touch it with my hands, do you? I did just wash my hands. Okay, so we have a whole bag of these kind of little bread things. I think they're slicing too much to be ready for that late night rush. Another one of those Odie loaves and some other kind of brown bread, tons and tons of it. Here's a bread that appears to have walnuts in it and possibly raisins, or I was going to say cranberries, but I think they're raisins. All right, here, now look at this, look at this, look at this. Remember my last Panera bread dive, and we had that big loaf of bread that was really black on top, and I didn't know what it was? And a lot of people were saying, oh, it's pumpernickel, it's pumpernickel. I know what pumpernickel is. That was not pumpernickel. It was this. So let me show you what it looks like on the inside. This is not pumpernickel. See, it's kind of like reddish, orangish, pinkish on the inside, so I'm thinking it's some kind of sun-dried tomato basil bread? I don't know. You Panera regulars are going to know better than I, but it was really delish. Apparently they make sandwiches out of it because there's a whole loaf of it sliced up right here. Another loaf of this kind of ciabatta, kind of country Italian, I think of it as. That's what I call it. Luckily my freezer's a little bit empty right now, so there's going to be some space. There's going to be reorganizing and space for some of this bread. Another bread bowl, walnut raisin. With these loaves, they're sliced up in bags. I've never worked at Panera, but this is what my theory is. I'm thinking they take the whole loaves of bread in the morning, slice them up, and have them in a bag, so they're not just sitting sliced, drying out and getting stale all day. They have them in these clean bags, and then as they need to make sandwiches for people's orders, they pull them out of the bags. So these are the ones that just never got used. So I'm sure they were sliced in the morning by a clean person who was wearing gloves, and then they just sat in these plastic bags all day, and if they didn't get used, then these bags got tossed into the bigger brand new clean dumpster bags. So yes, I've figured it out. No germs. nothing ick getting on these because they just sat in their bag all day waiting to be used. And the end of the day came, they didn't get to fulfill their destiny. They went into the dumpster, and that's where I came in. I think these little quarter circles are Asiago bread, I think. I know I could look on the Panera website and look up which each one is, but honestly, it's not that important to me to know. It's free, it's fresh, it tastes good. There you go. Why get bogged down with labels? I am all about turning some of this into croutons. I am going to make some homemade croutons because I love croutons with a salad, and I do have freezer space, but it's not endless. It's not the infinite magical wardrobe of Narnia freezer that goes on forever. Though wouldn't that be amazing if it was? The Narnia freezer. Copyright that! Okay, the second big bag. I love this type of bread. I'm very excited. This, I think, is the third loaf of this type. Yes, this is the third loaf of this type of bread. I love this bread. Oh, Frugal Mommy, you should try a low-carb diet. Oh, guess what? I'm never going to do that. More of the Asiago quarters. Oat loaf. That's definitely Asiago. That's definitely some kind of a cheesy thing. It smells delightful. That would be so good warmed up with soup. Yeah, Panera should think about that. They should serve this bread with soup. Bread bowl. Bread, bread, beloved bread. How I love you, my darling bread. That was a song in the original Broadway Les Miserables, but I think they cut it out later on. Now you'd think this was pumpernickel, but it's not. This is more of the walnut raisin type bread. Where's my walnut raisin area? I think right there. Those look delicious. That looks like a basic whole wheat bread bowl. Bread bowl. That's 5 bread bowls.
Hey, Frugal Mommy, I hear you saying bread bowl. Do you know that I ate those bread bowls last time?
Yeah.
Do you know how? You made a whole bunch of broccoli cheddar soup.
Yes.
It was unbelievable. I put it in there, waited 20 minutes, and
let it all absorb.
Oh God, it was so good. Yeah. Thank you. I don't know if I ever thanked you for that.
You're welcome, honey. I would do anything for you. Oh. You're so fab. You want me to make more broccoli soup today?
Say, you're so fat.
You're so fat. Fab.
Yeah, you can make me. Actually, how about some French onion?
Okay, I have no idea how to make that, but we've got dumpster onions. We can learn how to make onion soup. There's a plan. More of those. We have some nice soft white. You know, my kids love that. They're not going to dive into the brown bread with the walnuts and the raisins. They're just not. They like this. More of this pink bread. I think this is definitely going to be croutons. Why, Frugal Mommy, how do you make homemade croutons? Well, wouldn't you just like to know? We'll do that later. We'll just cut them into cubes and throw them in a low heated oven to kind of dry out. Maybe spray a little bit of olive oil spray on them and sprinkle a little salt and just let them toast down. And you know what? That's very frugal because croutons, when you buy croutons in the store, they're ridiculously expensive for little cubes of bread. Ridiculous. All croutons should be homemade. Another of my favorite. Several of these flatbreads, they have a weird stippling look that is somehow reminiscent to me of tripe. Not that I've ever eaten tripe, and not that I'm going to, but you know what tripe looks like, right? Doesn't that, it's like tripe bread. More little squares. You know, some of these bags don't have a lot of bread in each one, and I can consolidate bread together in bags, and therefore free up some of these bags, which I like using when I'm cleaning out the cat litter box. One sec. Ow, my feet. Oh, God. Hold on, you're trying to stand up. Okay, there's my display of the Panera dumpster bread. You know this is all fresh, right? It's not like they let bread sit in the store until it's moldy and then throw it out. They're chucking this every day and starting fresh the next day. So this is all yesterday's fresh bread that just didn't get sold or used by closing time. Let's get a close-up shot of the bread bowls because they're beautiful. We've got a couple of bags of apples, 15 cans of Grand's biscuits, and 2 cans of orange rolls, which I had never even heard of before. 2 bags of yellow potatoes and a bag of great big huge russet baking potatoes. 1 box of the unsalted saltines. It's really a shame I could not reach all the others. Even without salt, I am sure these have a good purpose in life. And there's our snack friend who looks like Frugal Daddy, so many of you think. 3 really, really ripe pineapples. I've got to cut these open right away and see if they're any good inside. I really, really hope they are, because I've really, really been hankering for some pineapples so I can freeze some and blend it up with some fresh pineapple, mix the fresh and the frozen to make my healthy version of Dole Whip without all the extra fat and sugar. Oh, please, Lord in heaven, let these pineapples be all right. 10 bags of kale that all look shockingly fine. I'm really quite surprised. It's really sad, all this produce just being, well, it's not going to waste now because I rescued it, but so much grown and just thrown away. Now, these are the strawberries rescued from the Save-A-Lot dumpster last night. I do have to say they looked better in the dark than when I brought them home in the light of the day. There were some mushed ones, and of course I got rid of those. I washed all of these in vinegar to kill any bacteria. I rinsed them off, and these are the good ones. These are good to go, and this is a pretty big bowl. So let's see if these pineapples are any good. All right, let's give that a little taste, see if it's okay. Yes, it's delicious. That is fine. Doesn't seem like there's a lot left after we cut everything off, but it's still several good chunks of free, salvaged, fresh, delicious, juicy pineapple. Now I can freeze this so I can make my Dole Whip. Let's try the second one. Oh, that looks better. I always feel bad that so much pineapple is wasted when you cut off the outer bits, but if you have an inkling to and you have a juicer, this is really good to run through the juicer, and then you save a lot of that. All right, quick taste. Oh my gosh, that one's really good. Yes, excellent. I think some people are really daunted at the prospect of cutting up a fresh pineapple, and I'm definitely no expert at it, but see, it's not hard, is it? Cut off the top, cut off the bottom, cut down the sides, cut, get the middle bit out. You're good to go. Yum. Yum, yum. All right, let's see if number 3 is as good as number 1 and number 2. You want a good sharp knife, too. It's got some brown bits. We'll see. We can deal with that, I think. One brown bit don't spoil the whole pineapple, girl. I think it's kind of bruised on this side. This seems to be the bruised, mushed side, so that's what I'll actually try, because if that's okay, then I think the rest of it's going to be okay. All right. Where's the bruised bit? Here's the mushy bruised one, so that's what I'll try. Yeah, it's okay. And since I'm using it for smoothies, I mean, the texture is not the same as if you just wanted beautiful chunks of fresh pineapple as part of a beautiful fresh fruit platter, but for a smoothie, it's okay. It doesn't taste bad, it just had a mushy texture. All right. Free fresh dumpster pineapple, woo! So that was fun. As always, frugal friends and dumpster diving enthusiasts, thanks for watching. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to join me here in my backyard. Until we dive again, bye-bye.